Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, it's back into our PBEM challenge. It's now Valentine's Day, 1943, for all you lovers out there. It is February 14th. All right, you know, war and love coming together. What happened? Well, our gambit worked. Our gambit worked. Let's go to the turn report. Allies deliver resources to China through the Burma Road. Okay, we're getting those again. Allies deliver resources over the air hump. All right. UK assault advancement. So their assault troops have advanced to 1943. I like that. Japan invades the US. We'll go check that out. I'm not exactly sure. 4035. We'll have to go check that out. Uh, but this gambit all worked. Japan's I-10 submarine squadron was sunk. Japan's Hiryu carrier squadron was sunk. Japan's Tone cruiser was sunk. Japan's Suryo carrier squad was sunk. They invaded the UK at 3349. Again, we'll go check that out. Japan's first coastal group was sunk. And so being over there by Rangoon with our carriers. Now, if you're ever going to play the Japanese side and you're going to play the Axis side, until 1944, I would caution you to never split your carriers up. It is the main advantage you have in the game that you have 11 carriers, I believe, early on. The U.S. only has 5 or 6. Well, it will now have 6 carriers. Uh, and the U.S. carriers aren't as good. They just can't match the Japanese carriers, so they can't really face you down anywhere, but unless you split them. And when you split them, like we saw here, where you have 2 carriers out there kind of on their own. I mean, they didn't have any escorts. They had the one cruiser, I think, and maybe that patrol squad, but they didn't have a bunch of destroyers with them. They didn't have cruisers in numbers with them. They didn't have light carriers. Uh, you just can't send them out like this, and you really probably shouldn't separate them at all. You could maybe do 2 task forces if they have a lot of support ships that can take the brunt of any kind of damage the U.S. deals. But this is going to put him in a really bad shape now. 2 carriers down, a cruiser down, not a big deal. Coastal group, not a big deal. But the 2 carriers are a huge deal. And we also did get a submarine squad. I think we've gotten 4 or 5 of his submarine squads at this point. We got no supply sources and low supply sources. Let's go check those out. Unit has no supply source. Well, that's okay. We're just flying it over here to Darwin, and there he is. Easy, easy peasy. No supply source. Okay, so in Bandar Lampung, we do have a problem here. He's got 7 ships in the area with a carrier group. Now, he's also got more ships up here, including, I think he brought his main task force around, but this took 2 full operation points to get them here, and so he couldn't attack. Um, well, it's probably best if we get the heck out of here. I think. Why is that showing we only have 7 escort ships? Or not escort ships. We could airlift supplies in. Why is this showing that? I guess we've got a lot of things on transports. Holy mackerel. Well, we'll go check that out in a minute. Ultimately, we're going to have to get these units out of here, but I'm a little confused why the transports are such a low. Let's go to the build. I mean, I could be bringing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm bringing a lot of stuff over to Australia and otherwise. So we're going to have to get them off the. Oh, I know what it is. We were planning this invasion. Well, this happened too. We'll get to that. We're going to go to the combat log here in just a minute. Okay, let's keep going through our alerts. This unit has low supply right off of New Zealand. Okay, it's easy to take care of. This unit has low supply. This is a little worse because we're trying to do a naval, a blockade here, but we're going to have to retreat back to Brisbane for a moment anyway, and he will get supply. So we got to get back out there and do it all over again. Um, Unit has no supply source. Okay, same guys there. We've got partisans back here. in China, as always. All right, let's go to the combat log and check out everything that happened last time. Should be a lot of fun for us, right? Uh, all right, partisan activity, supply interdiction at Batavia. Now this is supply convoy attacked by Allied Air Force. Oh, our air attacked the supplies that were coming into Batavia. Now he doesn't really have any forces there, but he does have this force, for instance, that wouldn't maybe would get a little low on supply. Supply interdiction. Our naval forces here because he controls Dili are interdicting that, even though we didn't really mean to. Invasion, he landed here. It went down to a 2 and a 5 because he took 3 damage when he stepped off the transports. We'll come back to this because we may want to attack right there. He's also got another Marine unit. We need to get those out of here as soon as we can, or get our units out of here as soon as we can. Land combat in China, he took 2 on the losses there. Gosh darn it, don't scoot down like that. Land combat, okay. We held the first time, but it looks like we got knocked back the next time. So we dealt 2 strength damage, but he did eventually cause us to retreat there. Land combat, he hits here, and we held. We held again. Here, land combat, he took 3 damage here. I feel like we could start pushing back out here because he just doesn't have a whole lot here. Looks like he's trying to push through here now, which I think we should be able to contain. Famous last words. Um, Land combat, okay, he took 2 more damage. Here is the carrier combat. Axis was attacking with these 3 carriers and a light carrier. Okay. We had the Yorktown, Saratoga, and Lexington all out here, of course. You can see 3 carriers. They took 1 air-to-air loss, 4 air-to-air gun losses, and the Soryu was sunk. All right. We took 4 air-to-air losses, 1 A-to-A loss, and Saratoga took 2 damage. Woo, close. Invasion. Oh, he set down more troops here to try to keep us from moving down the Malayan Peninsula. Okay. Surface combat. Our Hawkbill out here, so we had 4 subs that were running interference here, and I think this actually worked. He came up here, he saw the subs, and he attacked there. Probably used all of his operation points. He took 1 to get over here and then attacked, and we had our transports right behind that. Woo! Um, Naval, okay, so in that one, this is when he lost his coastal group. The Hawkbill did take 2 damage. Naval airstrike, so he did airstrike. Where must that have come from? Over here at Bali Poppin'. The Skipjack took 1. Over here again, Skipjack took another. So we have 2 subs that are in a little bit of trouble. And then in this one, the Grayling took 2. So wow, we got really lucky. We've got 3 of these subs out here with 2 out of their 3 damage points taken. In the current turn, it's all partisan activity. Woo, a lot going on out there. Let's see what we can deploy. The Brits can put down the 11th Corps. All right, let's get them out here. We've shipped out all the Brits. No reason to keep them around. They've got a whole nother corps coming after this. We've got a new carrier. The Lexington 2 is ready to sail. So let's deploy that bad boy. Do that over here. I don't know. Maybe we'll just put it in San Diego. Sure. Historically, I think that's where they launched out of. Um, okay, we'll go back and look at that in a second. And we have an infantry corps small that I guess we'll just put where? How about in Portland? Good old Portland. All right. Soviet Union, they've got something coming. China does as well next turn. Australia has something coming next turn. Oh, Canada, nothing. And India has a core on the way. That'll be coming in 2 turns. All right. What about the Kiwis? April 1st. Oh, okay, so now we've deployed. All right, we got to go back and look. I mean, we've got so many things on transport, so many things moving around. As usual, let's actually start up here by India. Um, Not a whole lot to do here. We got the Hermes back in port. I do believe we'll go ahead and try to get these carriers out. Now, they may get interdicted a little bit. Nope. Back in they go. All right. So we got them all back in here. Now let's look at the repairs that have to be done here. So the Saratoga is the one that's in trouble, one of three. The Oklahoma also took a little damage. Cornwall took a little, not a lot. Oh, we still have that Australian specialty that we need to add. One nice thing about this battle too is it made our planes a little better with their experience, 57, 54, 55%. Excellent. Fantastic. Couldn't be happier. Um, let's see. All right, so he's out here. I mean, there's nothing really to do. We'll just kind of sit here and port unless he wants to chase us. In India itself, nothing really to do there. I am going to take this unit and combine it with that unit. So at Calcutta, we have a little stronger presence. I'm also going to bring this down and combine it at Chittagong. Make that a little stronger. I mean, if he lands at Dhaka, he doesn't have supply there, right? I mean, he's got to go into a port to get supply. We could even make this an infantry large if we wanted to, a corps large. And why don't we just go ahead and do that? So now we've got Chittagong and Calcutta well provided for. Madras, Mangalore, Bombay. I mean, he has not shown any inclination to be offensive over here. Colombo and Jatna, nothing to worry about there, I don't think. Famous last words, of course. The IAF looking good, 20 out of 20, boys. We can take off the priority there. It's in full support. Why don't we put that into full support naval? I'm almost tempted to run out here and try to hit his sub. Why don't we try this once and see how bad it hurts? Ooh, nice. Let's just make sure that is what I thought it was. Naval airstrike. Yeah, his sub squad took two there. Well, shoot. I'll just use the other operation point. Try that again. And we did sink a sub. And we also damaged another one. So one more submarine squadron down. He cannot have much left when it comes to submarine forces. I just don't see how he would. I mean, at this point, I think we've sunk five or six, something like that. Okay. One night in Bangkok. We're gonna move. All right, I got to think of exactly how I want to do this. I essentially want Indian units in these ports. It's just a matter of which one's where. I also want to ship uh, this British unit down to Singapore. If we can, let's load him up. Load him up. And come down here. Now, you may remember when we tried to go into Kota Baru, that was not quite as successful as we would have liked. This time we'll try to go into Singapore, see if we get a little more joy out of that. All right. D this, and we'll go straight into Singapore. Excellent. Did he take any damage? No, he did not. All right, excellent. This is that unit that just got absolutely mauled last time. I'm just going to move it up and out of here. That we do not need repeated. That was terrible. What a loss that was. But ultimately, we can recover from it. We just got to, get him moved up here. Let's rail the Indian unit then down to Saigon. Let's put this one into Kamran. Excellent. So now we've got the Indians protecting kind of everywhere, and the Brits can get really offensive. I hope. Let's move. How do I want to do this? All right, I'm going to put him on the rail. He could rail down here, but what difference does it make? He doesn't really need to. We'll bring this unit down. Okay. Well, I guess I could do this right now, or I could combine these two Indian units, make them an infantry corps large. We do that and have them swinging about a little bit. They've got plenty of movement points left. Well, they could at least get there. Sure. Why don't we, so we can get kind of surround them here in a minute. 1-to-1. Okay, when I move him down, we should be in pretty good shape to start moving down here. And now we've taken Singapore. Now he will be getting port supply out of Kota Baru. That's something we'll deal with next time. I think that next time we'll try to go land something again at Coder Baru. Maybe we'll take one of these in. Well, we can't use this one. This one's got to go back and get fixed up. I've got him on the rail line now, and we'll just take him back up here. I don't even know. We may even put him in with one of the infantry corps here, Smalls or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we're moving down there. That all looks good to me. I don't think there's any reason whatsoever to keep this Chinese unit up here. We may as well start to shift it to the east. These two need to kind of stay where they are. You can see he's sort of backed off into Hong Kong now. He sees that we're on the way. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the cavalry. Um, let's just go for it. I mean, I guess I want to keep this here. Why don't I go down and take that really fast, and then we'll move back up there in a second, just so that's ours. I don't want him to land there and already, I want him to have to come in and quote unquote invade. At least he would have to expend landing ships to land there now. As it was, he could just come into his own port. We could also use this to reinforce the Chinese if we wanted to. I mean, and bring, I don't know, hell, American units into China. Would they allow it? I don't know. 22 of 30 or 23 of 30. Okay, let's move him up. And we'll just keep him there, and we'll keep moving the headquarters down and around. That all looks good to me. Um, let's hold down shift and see what kind of odds wow. Okay. We don't have enough to attack there. So it's 1 to 2 because it's only these two units. Well, okay. I mean, it's hard to go on the offensive in China. That is certainly the case. 1 to 2 there. He's already well dug in, so that's part of the problem. Um, what about this attack? 3 to 2. He's 25 of 30. He's 23 of 30. 25 of 30. I mean, I kind of want to start pushing out. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I ask? Um, let's look at the logistics really fast. All right. I actually, you know what? I'm going to keep those guys where they are right now. And I may even move these guys up and around because I don't like that he's trying to push here. Um, could move him. What's the logistics over there? It's a 4. Okay. Let's move him there. Let's move him up there. Now, he may try to bull rush that. He certainly is welcome to try. Doo 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 doo. Big talk. Big talk. Um, could we attack here? I mean, we're just not going to really be able to do any attacks. This is a strong line here. I like that. Let's shift places there so that the headquarters is behind. But, could he, he's got a 9 here. That's a strong unit. Could he push through here? Maybe. We can just shift this around. Hell, maybe I should probably go ahead and do that anyway. I think we're well on our way to just completely defending that. So I guess I will bring him up the road and around the back here. That all looks fine. This looks good. Still holding on strong at Cyan. They just keep doing their thing. Uh, 30, they're getting a little bit more experience. It's still not great. He's got some really strong units up here that he's trying to push on us a little bit. Um, eh, do I move back? With the communists, that would allow him to start rolling down this way a little bit. I think I'll just keep that right there. Now he may come down here anyway, but we'll just kind of keep that there. All right, so that's China. We've dealt for the most part with all of this. I think. I mean, when I say dealt with it, I looks good to me. We've got an infantry corps large, infantry corps small, so he'll try to skip over here and join in with this guy, and we'll make some really nice, strong British units. Now that I'm into Singapore here, can I skip the Oh, does he not have any operation points left? He's got 1. Why wouldn't I be able to skip over to Singapore? Are we just totally interdicted there? From doing that? Maybe. I'm not sure I know. I say I don't know how it works. I mean, I don't necessarily know a reason why I wouldn't be able to do that, but what do we have here? 1 ship. Can we attack there? mean, we could if we went to fleet mode, right? Yep. Um, what else do we have here? Unknown. How would these be unknown? Didn't they just attack us? Here we've got a big problem. We need to get these guys the hell out of here. Townsville, they really need to go all the way back to Sydney, but for now I'll put them in Newcastle. How about that? And then they'll go to Sydney next turn. Do not let me forget to do that. I tell you guys as if you have any way of telling me that. These guys, he must not have carriers down here, right? I mean, otherwise he would be able to, he would have just hit those subs, I think. Gosh, we can't lose this, I'll tell you that. All right. Oh, we did get interdicted, but we didn't lose anything per se. The tactical group lost all 6 points. Okay, I'll take that. That's not the end of the world. 27th Division's off. Okay. Oh, I can't take the tactical off? Why is that? Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. I'll certainly say that. Ooh, I may have made a mistake there. Shoot. Nevada, Salt Lake City, US 38th Division. Well, hmm. I don't know why. Let's bring these guys directly into port. And he can't get off that either, huh? Because that was 2 points. I do get that, but I don't see why the tactical. I mean, it's frickin' planes. Why couldn't they unload there? Well, that's not great. That was maybe a little bit too much of a chance I took there. Um, gonna have to move these guys over here. Right, can't do that in raider mode. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to protect that. I don't like that at all. Uh, okay, we've got a bomber group. These guys are all on night moves, so they only came out, what, 6 hexes or something? Where the hell did they come from? Anyway, all right. So we got a bomber group here. Evidently, we cannot bomb these guys as it turns dark as night. They're on night move. He's got a range of 10. His his naval air is terrible. So okay. Um, hopefully he doesn't attack down in there. I mean, I put the subs here, but he's got his main task force over on the other side. He's got one carrier and 2 battleships here. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Um, and we're within range of them, I would believe. We need to get these guys the hell out of here. Let's get the subs out. We may end up losing that right there. Plus, he's got a carrier that could just bomb those guys. That was a big mistake. Well, I say a big, we're fine. But that was still a mistake on my part. I got a little overly aggressive, especially considering the situation we're in. Um, mm, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and airstrike here and see what happens. Wow. Hold on. Let's go to the combat log. Naval airstrike. We hit the battleship. Very nice. I thought I saw. Hmm. I thought I saw that he lost 6 air. Was I wrong about that? Oh, here it is. Gosh darn it. Sorry. This is it. No, this is it. We hit the battleship, but that was that. Let's hit this again if we can. No, we can't because we did some interdiction last time. We only had one operation point. Well, hopefully he doesn't come down here and try to get this. That was a mistake. Hopefully, wow. I really thought that this guy could get off there. Well, he's in port at least. I don't want to lose that tactical group. Gosh darn it. I think that's all we're really at threat of losing is that tactical group, which we have a lot of, but still, I mean, obviously you don't lose those if you can help it. Okay, well, you live and you learn. Bunbury, sure, let's put him on garrison. There's no reason to have him active. Port Headland, these guys, I mean, eventually we want to get them moving somewhere. Same with the group here at Darwin. I'm trying to pressure him where I can down here. I want to take back Malaya first, then I think, we could jump over to Sumatra, or we could, continue to do this over here by Batavia. I gave him a little opening there, but we've got so many forces. We'll be all right. It's just not ideal here. That move wasn't ideal. Cons, okay. We could start going across the way here, across the strait, with Australian units and then take the American units and ship out. Okay, we've got no transports left because now we've got those damn transports sitting over there. Um, okay, these are the guys that came in to get resupplied. We've got our subs. We've got other Australian units down here. That all looks good. That's all fine. These guys are all fine, kind of where you would want them, except I will put the Australian unit in there. I got to get the U.S. movement or units as we get established over here, and we'll just start moving west. I mean, first of all, we can probably go up here to Sarong. Sure, fly so move something over there on the airfield so we can start bombing things. Same with Ambon. Macassar, we could move air units in there and start, trading volleys with him. I would like to come back into Surabaya, if possible, but, we really got to establish ourselves at Singapore, Bandar Lampung, Batavia. We're into Batavia now, so we would be getting supply, but he's got this surrounded. Hopefully we can get this out next turn. I mean, we're a little low on transports, which really probably shouldn't have happened. That was my own fault. Here's 10 transports that we'll get back. Where do I want to take these guys? Mm, guess we can put him up. Shoot, I mean, we're running out of coastline a little bit. Um, what is this strange place? We'll just go around here. Fine. Kick him off the ship. There you go, buddy. Some of these are showing up in Garrison. I think that must be when you use 2 movement points. I'll have to look that up, but that's the only reason I can think of some of those U.S. units are showing up in Garrison mode because they're not in Garrison mode when they get on the transport. So I'm just gonna have to check that. Um, we sure? Yeah, I was like, am I sure that he can't get off here or he can't get off here? Let's try this one more time. No, no, I don't see any landing ships. Yeah, he's got to go straight into the port. That's the problem. I should have waited and taken him into the port. Oh well, or taken him in a different task force, I guess is the better way to put it. Shoot happens. Why is it happening to me? We'll be all right. We're in very good shape in this game. Um, But, still, it's an unforced error. We don't need any of these. I'm just looking back to see if there's anything else we could possibly move or we need to move. I don't think so. I was going to ship out more from the US this time, but I'm going to wait until our transport situation gets a little more cleared up because I think I'm going to have to get those units out of Bandar Lampung. Oh, we've got the light carrier. Why are we just messing around not taking that anywhere? I guess we're going to put it through the whirligig. And off you go. I do want to take one more unit and put it out here in Hawaii. Now, all we have at this point is the Colorado and the Mississippi back here, just hanging out, and we've got some air cover. Uh, there's the Lexington. Why don't we put the Lexington? I don't want to leave that by itself. Let's put that through the whirligig as well. Okay, so we have a kind of a carrier escort and a carrier ready to go now. Marines, I would have liked to have shipped them out this time. We've also got a large infantry corps. That one's just the garrison unit. We've got another garrison unit, another infantry corps small, two more Marines. I guess we need more landing ships. Dang it. What's coming up for the U.S.? Oh, shit, another Marine Corps. I say shit like I'm upset. Then we get a light carrier. Man, 1943 is a good year. We get a fighter group, we get a bomber group, we get an air support group, we get more light. I mean, it just never ends. Um, okay, cool. What do the Brits have coming up? Brits have a lot of carriers coming in 1944. It'll be a while. It will be a while. I mean, by the time they get all this, we're going to be in the scramble trying to um, take over the home islands, Japanese home islands, probably. 174 in the stockpile for the Brits. I do believe we're going to wait and build another air unit. Nope, we can't. That's right. Gosh darn, their logistics. Well, unfortunately, if we lose strength points, they'll get logistics back. So, question whether we even want that to happen. U.S. Plenty of logistics for the United States. I'll say that. Air superiority group, we could do that. We could do another strategic bombing group. We could build more carriers. Um, let's see what the best naval air is that we can get. Naval Air 3, Naval Air 1. Well, let's get this to fighter bombers. Naval Air 1, okay. Close support, strategic, naval. I mean, you would think it'd be, ground attack, naval air. Does that even make sense? How about tactical naval air? Doesn't look like ground attack naval air is our best. All right, well, let's build that. Naval air, 325. Looks good to me. 1942. Let's purchase it. All right. That'll just be to try to bomb ships off of coasts if we can. 93, I mean, we could build more landing ships, never hurts. All right, let's do that. Soviet Union, China. Is China ready to build something? Maybe. Let's see, 1941. Yep, they're going to be assault, I'll tell you that. Their logistics still got 380 logistics for the Chinese, so okay, that's excellent. Australia has some logistics left, actually. They've only got 66, so we'll wait till next time. Canada could do anti-tank or assault, I guess. Let's do an assault. Those Canadian. Oh, gosh darn it, quit forgetting that. No logistics. The communists, they have 10 logistics points left. It's all on assault. 180. All right, communists. Oh, it's saying not enough. Oh, it takes 30. Okay, my bad. My bad. I was thinking 10. India has a ton of logistics left. The Brits just need to start sending everything to India, really. 1943 anti-tank headquarters. Um, we do need another Indian headquarters. That's actually not a terrible idea. We don't have quite enough to do that. Why don't we wait? And then the Kiwis have 188. Wow, way to go, Kiwis. 43, but they don't have enough logistics. Gosh darn it, the logistics are killing us. It's a good way to balance the game. I kind of like that. U.S. anti-tank, we probably should build another headquarters. I think I keep saying that. We'll actually do that next time. So that's the build queue. War panel, let's try to break the Japanese codes. Shoot. Can the U.S. do it? We're going to try. Yeah, part of it's been deciphered, folks. All right. Advancements, are we close to anything? Yeah, escort fighters in one day for the Brits. I don't know. We're not building any escort fighters, so I'm not sure how much good that does us. 24 days on strategic bombing, 21 on large warships. All right. 128 will be a 1943 assault. That already all looks good to me. China, 7 days till their anti-tank goes to 1940. Alrighty. Nothing much to think about there. The Brits are sending stuff to India already. Why don't we make that 23 and I don't really need oil. We don't need to do anything there. UK, we're sending quite a bit. India, Australia, New Zealand. Some of these, again, don't really have logistics left. But to the extent their units get hurt, it can't hurt to send them out there. Build queue done. I'll just look at our units really quickly. We'll go by type. Here are all of our carriers. Most of them have screens, and then we just got the new carriers out there. Where's the Lexington 2? Oh, he's through the whirligig. We can't see him. Saratoga's got to get better. He can do that in Colombo. That's fine. You see, he lost some planes, as did the Lexington and the Yorktown. So they'll all have to get better. As a matter of fact, why don't we go there and put them on priority? I don't see why we wouldn't. Um, yeah, let's put all three of those on priority repairs and see what happens. Going back to the units here for a second. The Oklahoma got hurt a little bit. That's also in Colombo. I'm not going to put that on priority. It's okay. Cornwall got a little scrape. Not a big deal. Grayling, Hawkbill, Skipjack took some lumps, but they did protect those transports kind of in a roundabout way. The tactical group got hurt on the interdiction over there. Let's just hope we can get them off the damn transport. That was my fault. Sometimes shift happens. Fifth fighter group. Where's that? Oh, that's this one down here. He's 19 of 20. He doesn't really need to be on priority repairs, but he does need to get the heck out of here. Um, Maybe we can fly him to Singapore next time. We'll try that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. We continue on the offensive. This has been a good game. It's been a good one. The Japanese player was probably a little too passive at the start. Eventually, we just have overwhelming material, and you've got to have well over three-quarters of the map as a Japanese player to hold on. I think we will be able to eventually get over here to the home islands, but it's going to be a struggle. It always is, and we can't make unforced errors. Again, it happens. I'm not that upset about it. We'll be fine. All right. Thank you. Strategy Gaming Dojo. Talk to you next time. Have a good one.